sometimes feel like my characters are learning lessons from me just as I'm learning lessons from them. We often do have this ripple effect of teaching the world inside of our own books as authors and creatives, whether we give ourselves that credit or not. Did you know you're actually teaching as you're writing? Let's check it. Welcome on in, everybody. My name is Jenna O'Malley. I am your soul writer, author of sci-fi fantasy with dashes of romance and nerdy references such as the Myrna Annals, Vitae Elangica, and more. Welcome on in, and I am glad to have you here in your pace, in your time, in your stride, as you were meant to be on occasion for vlogs such as this, live streams for sprints on occasion, or even joining my membership or becoming one of my coaching and editing clients. It's good to see you. So we are talking today about what it would be like to be a teacher as a writer. I've been both separately, but the longer I help other writers who are not trained in education, shall we say, the same way that I am as a traditional high school English teacher, I notice they're also still teaching things from their perspective to their readers through the eyes of their characters. And one of those big things happens to be empathy. We are very much creating worlds where people can safely explore other lines of thought, perspectives of life in depth, and explore even the most lighthearted of moments to the most traumatic, emotional-hearted of moments. You see how we can pull on those heartstrings. Number two, it's not just about their empathy. It goes a little deeper than that into, say, a pathos, a pathology of how does the human condition exist emotionally, structurally, intellectually could also apply here. So you very much are, through the lens of a storyteller, telling a tale that could teach someone how to solve, not their whole life, but to see something in their life in a new way. That is part of being a teacher in a traditional sense, to take someone's perspective from point A, not just to B, not just to C, not just to D, not just to E, F, G, H, I, all the way down to Z, 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 A. Restart that alphabet as many times as you need to get them on the journey they need to go, including those of us who like to write meta series when I give the Z, 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 Z to infinite and then end in A for a new category there. Yes, we probably should consider using exponents to help, whatever. So let's go ahead and also consider the fact that this world really does need the art of the bard as a teacher to come back. I saw it happen in real time as a middle schooler. I was about 5th or 6th grade when a couple of franchises that got people reading and doing things again became big. Feel what you may about the creator of Harry Potter. I still look back and question, as a former reading teacher and English teacher, how many people would never have fallen in love with reading if it were not like books like that. Now, mind you, I'm expanding to the whole academic, witchy, wizardy, woo-woo category of genre now. Not just Harry Potter, but that was a doorway, not a great doorway, into a style of loving reading. Comic books do the same thing. My brothers loathed reading. My brothers are considerably older than me, okay? My brother George, if he were here today, would be in his 50s. Actually pushing 60. Because I'm 38. Yeah, he would be pushing 60 if he were here. So that being what it is, he's from an era where comic books were it. They were affordable. That was the other thing. When I came along, I inherited a box or 5 of comic books that just my 4 brothers have accumulated over the years. You know what my dad said? Hey, look, free stuff to read and we don't need to run you to the library 2, 3, 4 times a week. So you can see where that style of writing taught a whole generation of guys not just how to love reading, also taught a whole generation of girls to love reading in a new way too. Now let's bring that to modern day. In my classes as a teacher, if I gave like an independent reading project, yes, manga counted. Now mind you, manga and graphic novels, you gotta read a couple because one of those could probably take you maybe an afternoon, whereas someone's reading a chapter books that's taking them 2-3 weeks. You probably should read a couple volumes or a box set of manga. And yes, I was okay with that. Why? I cared more that they were reading. So those of you who are creating stories that have these ripple effect worlds to them, you're getting people to read. This is one of the reasons why, at the end of the day, when other authors were saying, you know, a book is a book. You don't have to write a novel-length book to be writing a book, Jenna. Thank you to the people who instilled that thought in my head. Because now, you know, I have Pearl and Gold. I have 6 weeks but 3 years. I have my little side quests, right? Now, I have people who have no interest in reading my longer novels. They just want the side stories. But those are nice little entryways into the world where I'm still teaching a slice of life. Hence why probably my next release is going to be Slices and Sheets. What happens between the slices of life and the sheets of the page of a character's book we don't normally get to see? What are you still teaching, even in the scenes that you're letting be, as Rachel D. Adams calls it, all over the cutting room floor? Can you put it into something else? Because you're still teaching from what didn't exactly fit into the bigger picture right now. And sometimes, hello, Frey, I'm thinking of you in 6 weeks but 3 years when I say this. Sometimes we learn more about ourselves as a writer when we write those things, and as a teacher. What are you guiding your readers to go through and to learn on the other side? Therefore, final point we're starting to get to here, this is why things like themes, tropes, symbology still matter so much. And then honestly, it's why those were the juiciest conversations in my classrooms. You are putting so much into the iceberg of your books for people to get different life lessons from them. Thank you for serving your fellow human by giving them a safe place to explore and learn from, with the joy of a sandbox or a playground that a child might see. You can bet that child's learning on that playground a bunch of different things, and they don't even realize it, because we learn best when we're at play. Thank you for giving that space a chance to exist through your creativity. It's about time you're probably more able and should give yourself that credit, at least more than once. You're not a traditional teacher. That's okay. Most good teachers are rarely traditional in any sense of the word. So above all, take care of yourself. If you made it this far, give us a heart. If you agree or disagree or have more reflections, do put them in the comment box below. And I hope to see you around other parts of this channel here soon. All my hugs. You matter. Now more than ever. Go put some value into you, because you're worth it.